What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a Locked On MLB Insider Report. I am your host, Kim Becker, and joining me is our MLB Insider, Gordon Beckham, here to break down the NLCS Game 3. The Los Angeles Dodgers came into the eighth inning, scored 4 runs to avoid that 3-0 hole. Gordon, what do we make of this game?
Yeah, this was a crazy game. I mean, the fact that the Dodgers are really 6 outs away from basically losing the series. I mean, if they go down 3-0, I mean, I guess they still have a chance, but not a good one, right? I mean, the Braves have been really hot and they've been playing well, and they're up 3 runs going to the bottom of the eighth inning, and then all of a sudden that happens. I mean, Cody Bellinger is just like gone crazy. He had a terrible year stat wise this year. Had some injuries, was battling through that, and then all of a sudden he's just gone crazy in the postseason, which is always good to see for the guys that are at the bottom wanting to get to the top, right? It's never too late. But I thought that the Dodgers coming out, they scored another for the second straight game. They scored 2 runs in the bottom of the first or in the first inning with a Corey Seager homer. And so you kind of think that, like, okay, they're going to gain this momentum and all this stuff, but the Braves just kind of keep sticking around and chipping away. They score 4 in the fourth. And get Walker Buehler out of the game, and then tack on another one in the fifth. And so you're kind of like they're dominating the game, really. And I mean, if some guys don't get on in front of Bellinger, this series is probably over. I mean, I keep going back to that. But at the end of the day, great job by the Dodgers to not really give in. They kept pushing, and then Bellinger, he's come up at the right time in the right spot, like he's been doing it. He just had that moment. He's been the guy a lot in this series so far, and he's delivered.
Well, staying on the topic of Bellinger for a second here, what a confidence boost for him in this postseason, right after the regular season, and him just really helping out this team when they need him most. How do you think that's going to affect the rest of the team? Do you think they're going to see that and be like, okay, this is it? Like we're going with this momentum for sure?
Yeah, I think that having watched a lot of his at bats from even the wild card play-in game, right? Or excuse me, the series against San Francisco, he was still feeling for it a little bit. You could tell, like, with his swing, and he got the big hit against the Giants, and ever since he got that knock to put them in the ALCS, basically, like, he has just looked like he's back locked in, like the guy of old. I mean, he doesn't look any different, right? But he had this really tough year offensively. Now all of a sudden he's just right back to where he wants to be. And I guarantee you, if you asked him, he would probably say, "I'd rather do this in the playoffs than have a great year and do nothing in the playoffs." So he's having a great playoff run right here, and if it continues, you could see him being the MVP of this series.
Yeah, it's awesome. Well, the Dodgers have also used their bullpen almost exclusively in this series. I mean, if this one goes to 6 or 7 games, how do you think that's going to affect the outcome?
I think it's going to affect it in a big way, swing towards the Braves. I mean, both teams have used a lot of pitchers, but the Dodgers, I mean, have been literally using everybody in their bullpen. I mean, they had a bullpen game on day 1 in Atlanta, and they lost that game. And then Scherzer only pitched about 4 innings, I believe, in game 2, and then had to kind of piece together the rest of the night for him. So I think that everybody's going to get tired. They've played a lot more games than the Braves have. The Braves had an easier road in here. They didn't have to play the wild card. They won in 4 games against the Brewers. The Dodgers have really had to grind their way through this, and so their guys, even though they're really good, their arms are going to be a little bit more tired in 6 to 7 game series. So if that does happen, watch the pendulum swing in the Braves' favor, because it's tough when your bullpen is been pretty gassed. I mean, they're not even in the World Series yet, so this stuff plays a factor. And if they've used them a lot, they need a good start from Urias next time he's out there. And if they get that, then they might be able to save their guys a little bit. But if not, they're going to be in deep trouble.
Well, Gordon, as always, thank you so much. That was our MLB insider, Gordon Beckham, here breaking down tonight's game and letting us know what to expect in the next one. And for everything you need to know about the LA comeback, you can tune in to Locked On Dodgers with hosts Jeff Snyder and Vince Samperio Monday through Friday. And for the Atlanta side, Dylan Short has you covered every weekday on Locked On Braves. Locked On, your team every day.